2016 has come to an end, and to recap the year, here is an overview of the major changes that have occurred in MechWarrior Online. For more details on each patch, you can watch the individual patch videos I created on the No Guts No Galaxy YouTube channel. There have been a large amount of features added to the game, and I will be breaking them down into different categories. First up are new and updated maps. In Quick Play, 2 new maps were added, Polar Highlands and Grim Plexus, while 4 maps were updated in various amounts from minor beautification to full redesigns. Crimson Strait, Viridian Bog, Frozen City, and Terra Therma. Also 5 maps were added as options to private lobbies, with the untextured test maps of 1v1, 2v2, 4v4A, and 4v4B. Also, we now have the textured competitive 1v1 map, Steiner Coliseum. There were 3 new game modes added. Domination, a King of the Hill variant where your team must control a central objective. Escort, protecting or destroying an AI-controlled Atlas that moves across the battlefield. And Scouting, a faction play mode with 4 vs 4 of lights and mediums, with the attackers gathering data across the map and escaping on a dropship, while the defenders try to destroy them. Also to note here is the stock mode options in private lobbies that allow you to run matches with stock configurations and your choice of disabling mech efficiencies and or quirks. 11 new mech chassis have been added: the Warhammer, Rifleman, Archer, Kodiak, Phoenix Hawk, Viper, Cyclops, Nightjeer, Huntsman, Linebacker, and Marauder 2C. Along with these chassis, some individual variants were added, including 21 hero mechs, 1 for each of the 11 new chassis and 10 additional for existing chassis. Also, 2016 loyalty variants of the Blackjack, Cataphract, Stalker, Hellbringer, and Summoner. Next is quality of life improvements. Save times when modifying a mech have been greatly reduced, along with connection times when coming back from a match. You can now rejoin a match that you have disconnected from through a dedicated menu that appears when you hit Quick Play. Chat messages no longer disappear when a match transitions from one stage to another. The store now operates with a cart system, allowing you to purchase multiple items at once, and some items in bulk. Spectator mode has had many new options added to make it easier for shoutcasters of competitive matches. Command Wheel now allows you to communicate with your allies and highlight targets without the use of VoIP. And lastly, you can now favorite mechs by selecting the star in their portrait, allowing for easy filtering. Gameplay has had some significant changes throughout the year, biggest being the mech rescale, which saw every mech resized to a consistent amount of volume for their tonnage. Some mechs got larger and some got smaller. Damage calculations from artillery explosions were changed, such that they would take into consideration your mech's facing and exposed components, providing for a more realistic explosive damage and the ability to shield specific components. Capture mechanics on Assault and Conquest were changed such that taking enemy fire will interrupt the capture, and override damage was scaled more appropriately for your weight and now cannot randomly hit your head component for an instant kill. Notable weapon and equipment changes include Mask being improved with faster cooldown rate and increased effectiveness, laser visuals tapering at longer ranges to better represent the damage fall off past optimal range, Flamer visuals changed to reduce their blinding effect while also having them add heat to your target. LBX cannons have had their projectile spread tightened, increasing their effectiveness at longer ranges. AC2 heat was decreased and AC5 heat was increased to align all autocannons at the same damage done per heat generated. Ultra autocannons now have scaling jam chances and unjam lengths depending on their size. PPCs have had their anti-ECM effect lengthened, and Clan Large Pulse have had their max range reduced. Cosmetics have had some major improvements this year. With the release of the decal system, you can now apply insignia and symbols across your mech. Also, many chassis have had their camo pattern retrofits, allowing you to take faction camo patterns. Along with this, there was a change to the visibility of these patterns during gameplay that reduced the darkening that occurred on battle mechs in the distance, allowing your camo pattern to be seen further away. If anything, this year was focused on faction warfare with a multitude of changes, including choosing a career for your mech pilot, each with a different reward path, leaderboards allowing you to see who are the best players and units out there, faction war planning to choose which planets and factions to attack next, MC being rewarded from taking planets, along with expanded unit management to handle distributing those rewards, multiple drop decks for easy switching before the start of matches, combining IS forces and clan forces together into a united front to improve wait times for faction warfare matches, the addition of quick play modes with respawns, giving some variety to faction play, Long Tom being removed in favor of a radar jammer, and the removal of uncontested or turret drops. And finally, miscellaneous items, such as the new pilot model, changes to the map and mode voting system to prevent last-second vote swapping, standardization of mech textures at 2K resolution, team damage and team kill penalty system, unlockable supply caches for a chance at rare loot, and finally, an insane quantity of bug fixes. Far too many to even conceive of listing here. Thanks for watching this year-end overview. Good hunting, mech warriors, and I will see you in 2017.